talk about comparing two dependent groups. So we are going to open the data sets. As I already talked in another videos, you can save the spreadsheets that we're going to work, whatever is easy to you to access. And the Jamovi opens files in Microsoft Excel format. As I already talked in another videos, you can take all your data set in Microsoft Excel and provide and load it in Jamovi. We are going to talk with the Folinsio-Cauteau test. Well, in this example, we have 10 samples. We have 10 samples, and we determined the reducing power using the Folinsio-Cauteau assay. Did you think that ash sample was determined in day 1 and day 2? Day 1 and day 2. The question is, the results obtained in day 1 were the same, are statistical equivalent to the results obtained in day 2. In the first examples of this playlist, we have compared two methods, a proposed and a reference method. In here, we are comparing results obtained between 2 consecutive days. So we're going to exploration, descriptive statistics. We are going to select day 1, day 2, and we go to statistics. We have the 10 observations for ash sample, that is food samples like apples. When I go to interquartile range, standard deviation, you can see that the results, the reducing power obtained in day 1 is very close to what was obtained in day 2. We have results that were very close, were numerically close. We can see the standard deviation, and we can see that the standard deviations of day 1 and day 2 were very close to. Well, we might, for since the results were numerically close, we can think that the results obtained in both days were equivalent. So we can go to t-test, we go to parted sample t-test, and we compare day 1 and day 2. We can check first normality, data normality, and key plots. We can see that the data is normally distributed due to see that all points follow in this straight line. We have the Shapiro-Wilk test and the Anderson-Darling test that had said that your data is normally distributed. So the best option is the parametric test, the student t-test. However, since the results are very close, you might use a non-parametric test. The parametric and the non-parametric tests provided the same conclusion, that both methods provide equivalent results. And we can use descriptive plots. Using the descriptive plots, we can see that both methods provide close results, and the standard deviations of both days were equivalent. So I believe that I have talked that both methods, but now we are comparing results obtained in different days. So we can see that the mean and the median of day 1 is very close from the day 2, and the standard deviation of day 1 is very close to the standard deviation of day 2. So we can say that day 1, the results obtained in day 1 were equivalent to results obtained in day 2, and the standard deviations of day 1 were also close to the standard deviations, were also equivalent to the standard deviations obtained in day 2. To the next video of your playlist.